Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ambition Amplified. I'm your host, Celeste Lopez, this fine Sunday evening. And today we have a very special guest here with us, a Chicago known talent here who is dedicated to Michael Jackson and a tribute artist to Michael Jackson, which is such a unique thing that we get to have here. So give a warm welcome to our interviewee, Walt the King. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you.
No problem. It's been honored. And this is really my first interview, so I really thank you for this opportunity.
Yes, of course. Well, I hope we can make it a little memorable tonight, but
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Well, let's go ahead and get started and jump right in. We're so excited to have you, so let's just do
Thank
that.
you.
Let's start at the very beginning. How did you first get into becoming a Michael Jackson tribute artist, and where did this journey truly begin for you?
So the journey begins around when I was 5, and my older cousin Diamond, her name is Diamond, she's a dance choreographer. And around that time when I was 5, she used to make up her own dance choreographies and
Mhm.
just come to me about it. And we used to like make our own videos, like to like songs that was popping during the era. But we just that right there caught my eye, and I just learned regular dancing from there. And Michael didn't come later on until like a year later or that year, because around that year, that Christmas, I got the Wii game, the Michael Jackson Wii experience. But before I got that, I was already in tune with Michael. Like I seen the Thriller video, and as a kid, I was scared. I was scared of it, but once I got past the werewolf part, I liked it. The Thriller, the zombie thing.
Mhm.
So I got hooked on Michael out the Thriller video. Then it was Billie Jean, and then it was Smooth Criminal. So once I received the game, I played the game non-stop. It's on the Wii. I played it non-stop. It got all the Michael moves down and everything like that. But also, you can also watch practices from Travis Payne, and he have like certain moves, certain like main choreographies by Michael, and he like teach you how to do it. And that was like low key my gateway of doing it. And I just kind of just took off from there. I just watched videos after I played the game. I just watched Michael videos, live videos, and I just took off from there. But my performing career didn't really pushed off until like 2018. I ain't get no exposure until like 2018 though.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's amazing. I didn't know that we had that. That's kind of cool. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. What was one of your favorite dances learning on the Wii?
Um, I would have to say remember the time. Remember the time. It's a very different, unique dance. It's a lot of hand gesture, a lot of hands movement, and for me, I like a challenge. So, and it's low key. Everybody like that song, which is surprising. Like everybody requested me to do it, but I like Remember the Time and Smooth Criminal because those two songs is like all choreographed. So I like those two.
Yeah, those are good. I like that. That's so cool. I didn't know
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah, of course. Um, and you recently, I wanted to talk about how you performed at DuSable Museum Roundhouse this past October, right?
Yeah.
How did that performance go, and what was that experience like for you?
It was new. It was a new experience for me, and I thank Matthew Bell because I met him on the TIFF audition for 2025, and he performed as well. And but he does like singing besides fashion, and he delivered a very great message. Like he raps about God, and I love that. So I went up to him. I told him I enjoyed your message, and we got in contact from there. But he was also looking for talent for the fashion show,
Mhm.
and it was for me. It was my first fashion show, and I low key wanted to be a part of it to get the experience. Like I never been around any type of fashion at all, so I really want to get the experience of it, see new faces, see new opportunities really. So once I got the call back from Jacqueline Malone, she told me that she's a very big fan of me, and she's from Gary, Indiana, so she understands Michael, and she have that love. So I appreciate her for giving me the opportunity. And once I performed, it felt like magic. Like it really felt like magic. But I had to keep my composure because I'm trying to work a whole crowd and I'm in a circle, so I
Mhm.
had to like move around a lot. And but for me, it was amazing, like very amazing. Like it wasn't just about me that night; it was really about everybody. So
Yeah.
that's what I took out of that night. So I really liked it.
Yeah, well, congratulations. It's such a great experience. I love that
Thank
so
you.
much for you. Yeah,
Thank you.
that's
What's up, Robert? What up, my boy?
cool. um, and we have to talk about the big moment everyone is buzzing about. You know, the Michael Jackson film is also coming out too. I don't know if you've seen the sneak peek trailer that
Yeah,
just released, but what was your initial reaction to that when you saw it? Are you excited about it?
I really had no words. Like, I'm a movie buff.
Mm,
I'm a movie buff because of my grandma. Like my grandma, she used to have me burn copies of CDs. Like she used to keep CDs on her so we watch movies. But my reaction to that was just like I had no really had no words because everything is spot on to me. Like I really want to see Jafar. I haven't heard from him like before this, so I really want to see Michael's nephew do his role. Besides that, the trailer clips a lot of his highlight moments. You know, the Motown 25 Thriller. I believe Man in the Mirror was in there. But I really want them to get in tune to his personal life, what he was really like, because nobody really knows how Michael was personally. Like they even have an MJ musical trying to base off of his personal life. And I feel like us personally, we really don't know his struggle, what he went through as a childhood, why people put these type of names on the Wacko Jackal, the allegations. Like, of course, if you're the king, people gonna put these type of names on you. Like, that's why I'm trying to get through people's heads. Like, I also compare him to Malcolm X. Like, I think Michael is kind of like a Malcolm X figure to me too. But the movie wise, I really can't wait. I actually have a show with another Michael Jackson associate named The Chosen One, and we are doing a show in Daytona Beach in Florida. They blessed me with that opportunity, and it's the day before. No, it's the day after the movie, so
mm,
it's going to be very special for all of us. And I'm gonna cry, me personally.
yeah.
I'm gonna cry because I love Mike.
Well,
I take Mike over Prince, but it's there. It's right there, though. It's right
yeah.
there. Because Prince is an actual musician. Like he plays every instrument. So I gotta give him that respect.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that leads into to my next question. I mean, do you have any other artists that you kind of also do like tributes to, or have thought about doing tributes to, or would like to do some sort of tribute to?
Yeah. So recently I was forced into doing Chris Brown like like last Halloween or last December. I did Fine China, and I thought I did pretty good. You know, I already knew like some of Chris Brown dance steps, and I'm really into learning "Give Me That" by Chris Brown. I love that choreography. But in my younger years, I also did James Brown. But yeah, James Brown is really hard. But I kind of stopped doing it because the split, like the jazz split, it's really hard for me to get back up from the jazz split.
Mhm.
Like I need knee pads and all. I just really gotta learn my balance. Like learn which hand to get up from. That's it. I know how to get down, but I just can't get up.
Yeah.
So James Brown and Chris Brown. But besides like performing, I've been trying to get into becoming an artist, like rap, things like that. But that really died down because the MJ has really been blowing up for me ever since then. So
Yeah.
I kind of thankful for that.
Yeah. I mean, it's good either way, it sounds like, if whether one blows up or the other. That's really good.
Yeah, and I think it's just a sign from God. You know, like if you feel like, well, if you think you can't like do this, then maybe this is really for you, because this is something I really pursue my career in like every day. Like, and I really want to make myself known towards not just the tribute artist level. Like, that's why I'm doing shows like festivals, showcases, John Wall Foundation, all the shows I do for them. Those shows involve rap artists, singers, people like that. It's rare dancers. I just want to be that one dancer from Chicago that stands out and that can be involved in things like that. So I hope I can do it. I know I can. I'm doing it actually, but I just pray to God that I continue to do it.
Yeah, well, I think you're making the right move so far, which is
Yeah.
really cool. You've been performing at a lot of different festivals, from the fashion show to Tip Fest, and even the Disable Museum. Have you had like your favorite like event so far or performance so far? Since it's been a kind of a wide variety of different venues.
Yeah. That's a good question as well. I really don't have a favorite. I say my favorite right now is going to have to be the fashion show
Hmm.
because that's really my top one. Um, I'm gonna give you three. The fashion show is number one. The year that I won the TIFF Fest second place, that was the only year I won second place. But all the other years I had been a finalist. So I say that year, 2021 or 2022 TIFF Fest, I had become the second place. And the third one would have to be Michael's house. Any show I had performed at Michael's house. And I did Motown 25, and I enjoyed that show a lot.
Wow. That's amazing. I think I saw that on your Instagram, I want to say, I
Yeah,
think.
it's on the thumbnail, but it's like that's like on the side, right on the
Yeah.
left is Michael's house. Yeah, that's why you couldn't really tell.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah. Well, I wanted to get into that a little bit later, but really quickly before I get into that, I wanted to ask you, what was it like being the second finalist at Tip Fest? I mean, that's such a great opportunity. You get to experience so many different people. You know, everyone's all eyes on you for a large amount of time, and you almost get to, you're so close to that win. Like, what was that like?
Yes. I'm gonna just say for anyone, like, cause I've done it since it started, since like 2019, and I just been doing it ever since, every year. It's been a wild ride. I enjoy it myself because the showcase shows a lot of talent. It shows a lot of talent that we have in Chicago, and I would like to meet up with people, get in tune to their talent. It's like I said, it's not always about me. I try to expand myself more, but um, the first one was easy for me though. The
Hmm.
first one was easy because it wasn't like an audition, just like a regular showcase. And I went and I got into that one. So that one I enjoyed a lot. But each one, every day going into becoming the finalist, pressure. Like it's because it's been a lot of talents. It's been a lot of like rappers, singers, especially singers. They mainly have a lot of singers, and the singers know how to sing. So every time I perform the audition, I always try to bring my A game and always try to perform what I would have performed at if I wouldn't make it.
Yeah.
Like that's how I look at it. Like I got to put on the best I can in like under 3 minutes, 5 minutes. So, but every one is always up to like four contestants that advance, and I was always one of them. So I thank God for that. It shows that I have great talent and I could really make a career out of this somehow. And just the journey alone has been very well for me. I thank God for Michelle, but she really helped me out throughout the whole John Wall Foundation,
Mhm.
opportunities, organization shows, all of that. But I really love the TIFF Fest. It's a great event for talent. I think anybody should go there.
Yeah. I mean, that's amazing that you get to have so many experiences like that. That's so wonderful and blessed. I love that for you. Uh,
Yeah,
have you ever do you have like a team that kind of helps you kind of prepare for events like this and festivals like this in the future, or is it just all you?
it's for my personal shows. It's all me. Like I don't have a manager. I don't have nothing, and that's kind of like it's kind of downgrade me from other people because I don't have nobody but myself, and I rely on myself to put myself onto shows.
Yeah.
I do want a manager, but it's kind of hard. I don't know where to go from that. Like, it's kind of
Yeah.
hard for me to see where to look into. But I know somebody who can potentially be my manager. I'm in
Hmm.
a group called Unity 3T, and like I said, it's me, Chosen, Robert, Krisha, she's the CEO. Chosen does Michael Jackson as well, and
Hmm.
Robert does Curtis Mayfield, but he retired to become a professional wrestler. So we all come together, make our own groups, and we kind of making things happen right now. So besides myself, that's the only thing that I'm doing. But when it
Hmm.
comes down to my shows, I try to search, look for the best I can really, and just pass out my cards at the event. You know.
Yeah, that's awesome. At least you have some sort of team that you can relate to and also has your back. That's amazing.
Yeah, yeah, they
Yeah.
like family to me, and they like the brothers I never had. So
Yeah.
I really appreciate them.
That's beautiful. Well, shout out to them. Hopefully they're,
Yeah, they
watching.
yeah right. Yeah, they watch.
Perfect. Yeah, at least they know
Yes,
the good
sir.
love too. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
the routine.
yes.
Yeah, the routine.
And I wanted to kind of also go more off on your performance. You know, performing like Michael is not easy for anyone to do, and it's definitely physically demanding. The choreography, the precision, the stamina, all of it. How do you keep up with yourself when you're learning a new dance or, when you first started learning the dances and the choreography and, delivering those iconic moves consistently?
Tutorials on YouTube,
Mhm.
and once I finish watching that, I just constantly repeat the same move. Like, I just repeat it till I get it down pat. Every, and until I get it down pat, I just move on to the next move. I do it separately. I first started with learning the choreographs to
Mhm.
each Michael song, and like I said, I was from the videos, the Wii experiences. But later on, when I got older, I had to do the moonwalk, the side glide, the spin correctly, the hand gestures, a lot of things I had to do. There's a lot of that I learned it from watching live videos from Michael, because watching live Michael is really underrated. There's a lot of things people miss out on that, and I really just consistently do the same move,
Yeah.
like especially when I'm practicing, I do the same move, or I just do a run through of a concert that Michael had, and then before that whole hour. And but on a regular day, this is just like weird. On a regular day, like if I'm just walking around, if I'm with my girl or something, I just bust out a dance move out of nowhere. That's just memorized in my head, just for me to
Yeah.
like know the move and like perfect it. So that's just me. And
Yeah.
I really stick on one thing until I get it down pat, and then I move on to the next one, and it all comes together. So.
Yeah. Do you like when you're performing for yourself and you know you got it down, do you ever like record yourself doing it to make sure you got everything down and you kind of nitpick the exact movements, or do you ever like perform in front of mirrors or anything?
Yeah, my younger days, I had performed at my mama house, and I just set my phone down on the floor, just record any Michael Jackson song, and it's on YouTube to this day. Like it's years old. So yeah, I just used to set the phone down, just practice and dance and everything, post them on YouTube until later on I got doing shows and everything. And I can say them practices really helped me on later on down the line. But later on, I started to feel like I really don't need it because I already had it memorized. But once I started practicing like consistently now, it's felt different. It feels weird different. Like it's too many levels to becoming a tribute artist. It's a lot of us too. So you got to really represent. And I separate us from impersonators, because impersonators they do the makeup, they do the wig, and they have a full live concert. Us tribute artists, we don't have to rely on that. We can also, like you said, do somebody else, pay tribute to somebody else. But if we decide to do Michael, I feel like tribute artists' passion is more there than impersonators, and we really don't get to shine like that. So that's how I feel.
No, yeah. I love that you're able to clear that up. I feel like, people see tribute artists and they automatically think it's some sort of impersonator, like, like the Elvis impersonators in Las Vegas or something.
Mm-hmm.
But there is definitely a difference, and there's a lot more. I think, like you said, there's more heart in
All right.
one versus the other. So,
Mm-hmm.
thank you for clearing that up for anyone who was confused or interested in knowing. But yeah, that's a beautiful statement and how to describe the two. That's been amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Well, let's rewind for a sec. I just wanted to kind of talk about your love for Michael and like when that kind of sparked, and then when you knew you were like, okay, I want to be a tribute artist for him. Like, when did that first kind of begin?
When I was 5, and but it was really his look, his charisma, his energy, his just everything about him, like his aura, like it just really made me be like, man, I want to be like him. Like I really don't think nobody is dancing like him nowadays. So let me just try this out, see if I like it. I'm already playing the game. I'm already playing the weekend, so let me just try it out and like dance. I think that's what that really came from, and I just really just went along with it. I already liked the Michael songs, the songs hooked to me already. Then him dancing kind of just got me interested, got me hooked. So I really just took Michael all the way, really took Michael all the way. I just practice every single day after that. And it's really just off of music videos. Like I just got hooked off of watching music videos. And most of them was just short films, which kind of gives the reason why I got hooked, because a short film shows a lot. So
Yeah. Yeah. Would you say that like also your kind of group feel the same way, or other tribute artists that you might know feel the same way about their specific artists or anything like that?
Yes, I feel all of us have the same really have the same goal. Like we really want to make it, but the love for Michael is for us is way beyond the stars really,
Mm.
and I see it. No, I got people in here so I could witness it, and I just feel like other people really want to reach the stars in any way that they want to go, like any opportunities they have, they will take it, especially when it comes down to them doing their own thing, like Michael Jackson. Because Michael is just he's well known. He's too well known, especially for elderly people. Like a lot of them love Michael, so a lot of them just gonna accept that opportunity. Because a lot of people, oh, man, you do Michael? Oh yeah, we love Michael. So a lot of them just love that opportunity. So I guess they can like be thankful for like loving something that people still love to this day and wouldn't mind having entertainment for.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. I love that. Do you have you've noticed that there's like a definitely an age demographic that you feel like kind of not you cater toward, but definitely caters towards you when it comes to your performances? Is it definitely like an older group?
Um, like any performances that I see.
Like if you're performing and you've noticed like people who are booking you or something, like is there a specific age demographic that you've noticed is kind of the routine or the pattern that books you the
Yeah,
most, like most excited for your performances?
yeah. It's really the elderly people really,
Mm.
because they the main ones that be having the venues, the bookings. You know, some of them be having their own radio stations. Some of them have their own business. And I ain't gonna lie, a lot of them do come up to me and call me or give me their card just to reach out for a lot of performances. I haven't really seen a young person besides Matthew that I did the fashion show for. But I'm not gonna lie, all the performance I did was for them type of people, especially in Gary, Indiana. Yeah, it's
Mm.
all I did.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Oh, that's
And
so
I
sweet.
love them too. I love them for loving Michael still. Just keep loving Michael. I love them for that.
Yeah, that's so nice. I love that. That's so sweet.
It
Um,
is.
yeah. And I wanted to kind of talk about like the moment you discovered your rare talent to not imitate, but to perform so well. Like the moment you realized, wow, I can really, really do it if put my mind to it and practice the dances and do everything. Like when was that moment like and what when was that moment and what was it like for you?
It was June 4th, 2018. Chicago Police District had performed. They hosted a Austin talent show, and the first place was $1,000. And I didn't have no MJ clothes. I just had regular clothes like a dress shirt, a biker jacket, like a dress pants, black, and like a black belt. Um, and I performed, and it was other contestants. I feel like other contestants did good too. And once I performed and got off that stage, I was second guessing my performance if I feel like I put on a very good performance. But I can't lie, looking at the other way, like through the audience,
Hmm.
and when I see a video, it's actually like perfect. But I really don't be satisfied. Like I don't really be satisfied for real with my performances. But a lot of people do be satisfied with my performances, like the audience, and they really think I put on a nice show. So when I put on that show, I had won first place, and that's when I knew at that moment, like, oh yeah, like I gotta pursue this. I gotta buy the clothes. I gotta keep rehearsing. I gotta keep doing this. Then soon after that, the 15th district they started putting me into shows. That was kind of my way up right there. It was
Yeah.
that talent show. Then the 15th district started putting me into events, and then I made my way into social works open mics, sponsored by Chance the Rapper. I started making my buzz there. Then John Wall Foundation.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So you've gotten to interact with all these different people who've kind of helped push you slowly and slowly to where you're
Yeah.
at today. That's beautiful. That's
Yeah.
community. I love that.
Yeah. It's really a blessing because again, I just rely on myself, and it's all about me. Keep pushing myself to put myself out there. So I'm really thankful that I'm still, got the urge, got the feeling to do it.
Yeah. And how old were you when you won?
think I want to say 18, 17,
Wow. Okay.
17, 18. I think it's before I was 18 for sure, but like I think 17. I was kind of young, yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. They definitely saw something in you. I love that. Oh, that's so
Yeah.
cool.
But my very first performance was at a family reunion, and I think it was at that year when I was 5 or 6. It's on YouTube as well, but that was my very first like ever performance. I did Thriller.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah. Me and my cousin, the one that taught me, we did it together. So we kind of
Yeah.
put it on for the family.
That's beautiful. Oh, and it's like it shows, a lot of artists who kind of start off, they are like young and they're like, their family's recording them doing like singing or playing the piano, and then they become like these huge artists. So it's like
Hmm.
it's always when
Yeah,
you're
just out of
young.
nowhere.
Yeah, that's amazing. Wow. And I did want to go back to when you were talking about, visiting Gary, Indiana and performing there. That's Michael's hometown, as a lot of people know, where he grew
Yeah,
up. Have you ever visited any of his other, like, areas where he stayed at, or, I think he had like a house in LA,
yeah.
or like had the chance to connect to any of his family members?
The closest the closest I got to the family members was back on his birthday. It was on his birthday, August 29th. They hosted the block party, and Chris Tucker was hosting, and Jackie and Marlon showed up.
Mm,
And the special performer was Ed Hollins and Chosen, my brother Chosen. And Marley and Jackie had walked up to Ed Holland, like right to my face. Like they was right there to my face, and I was kind of like, whoa, like wow. That's the only closest thing I got to the Jacksons though. But other than Gary, I haven't really gotten into nothing else. I want to see the Motown 25 in Detroit. I
mhm,
want to see the actual studio because some of Michael artifacts is there. Also, I've been at Harvard Casino. So I
mm,
know Michael's stuff is there. I've been there. I've also performed there as well when I was 20. I performed there when I was 20.
wow.
And the LA house, yeah, I really want to touch that. If I can, if I can travel out there, I really want to visit out there and just see where he stayed at. And
Yeah,
also his real burial, his real grave site. Yeah.
yeah. You got some goals.
No,
Definitely
for
on the
real.
bucket list. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
That's what
a
like seeing, yeah, if I want to like just see other things from Michael, that's what I really want to see. I also want to see Bubbles too if I can.
yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
I'm happy that you got to kind of get close to someone, like to someone within his family. That's beautiful. Maybe you can I don't know, maybe you can meet Jafar one day, or even his daughter.
Yeah, I really want to meet Jafar. Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Well, congrats.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. And then switching gears a little bit, I wanted to kind of bring back, your music career that you talked about, because I saw a little bit about, your Spotify was on, your Instagram, and I was like, where's all of his stuff? Well,
Yeah. I had a way lot more songs. I started the rapping stuff during my sophomore year in high school, and I made my first album that year. It was on SoundCloud though. It's called The Beginning. And after that, I had made an album called, I believe, Retro, and then Summer Vibes. And all of that was on platforms too, but I had DistroKid, and I had it on a different email. So once that membership had ended, I guess all the songs got deleted. I think that's the only reason why. And I think the only song that I made and posted on SoundCloud is still on SoundCloud. But if I want to get back into music, I'm going to take it serious, and I really want to like try to sing, try to rap, but really deliver a positive message. Because I see a lot of people like Zion Ali. I look up to Zion Ali. I've never heard of him, but he's a very motivative artist. Like he gives that kind of R&B slash motivation type
yeah.
music. So that's kind of something I do want to get into. Yeah, rapping, but this is kind of like taking off for me right now.
Yeah. Well, if you ever do get into it, do you have like kind of an idea of where you want to start off? Like, do you have any music that you already have written, or are you currently writing stuff, or is it just something that you would like to do in the future and that's kind of like you're putting a pin in it for now?
I have some in my notes that I have some lyrics that I haven't touched, some hooks I haven't touched really. But I think I'm just refresh all of those and just start again because I don't know like my music taste now. But when I started, I really like to sample songs that had like samples in it because I love samples. But I'm gonna try to get into something else and get into something more exciting. Maybe somebody own beats or something like that, just a made up beat, and
Mm,
just trying to create my mind. Because that's really how the whole format kind of works. You start fresh with a new beat and then start fresh with lyrics. And that's kind of
yeah.
how you get your artist going.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I hope that happens, soon enough when you get a chance. I know you're so busy,
Yeah,
so, you start with what you can and then you work with what
yeah.
you have. But I'm excited to hear something, hopefully. That'd be awesome to see that.
Thank you. I'm really gonna pursue it though. I'm really gonna pursue it. So one day it's gonna pop up. One day.
Yes, we're going to be here ready to interview you again. So
Okay.
hopefully,
Thank you.
yeah, hopefully soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I noticed, outside of Michael, I wanted to ask you more about like the artists that inspire you and influence your creativity when it comes to your dancing or even like your fashion, when you're choosing those things. Is there anything, specific that kind of flows your creativity inside like when you're performing or just kind of in your everyday life?
Um. Really, my everyday life. The fact you talking about like fashion when I what I wear personally.
Yeah, like fashion or just
Yeah.
any sort of creativity that you have, even within your writing or anything like that.
Yeah, it's really comes to my mind. I really don't try to look at other people and try to look at their fashion,
Hmm.
but I have a certain type of likes on certain things. But nowadays I really want to change up my look because I really don't I really don't want to be pictured as as this. I do Michael Jackson because a lot of people like when I was doing it in high school people's like, "Oh, Walter, you so quiet and you dress like this, but you do Michael Jackson, like spin around and stuff." Like, I was very quiet during high school, so I really do want to change up my fashion a little bit, start wearing something like more professional, and try to get into the look. But that's something I really just picked on myself, especially with my lyrics too. Like, I try to like just pick up whatever in my mind, but the music stuff really got into what I was listening to, and that's what I kind of really piggyback from. So I really want to change that up and just make something really better though, and that's it.
Yeah. Oh, hopefully we get to see that soon, maybe on your Instagram or something. But yeah, that's
Hmm.
exciting.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. And then do you have like a favorite Michael Jackson music video that you kind of, rewatch a couple times growing up, or like, your iconic, like your go-to music video that you have?
Music video, Smooth Criminal because it's a lot going on in there, and I love the choreograph, and I love the all white and everything because a lot of influence off of that music video. He took it off of Charlie Chaplin and some other guy named Frank something in the '60s, and he did another thing where he walked inside the building all white, and other people kind of looked at him suspicious and stuff. Michael kind of just piggybacked from that, so. I really do like Smooth Criminal, but I really look into the live performances. Like my favorite live Michael favorite era of Michael is Bad. And I say Wembley 1988 when he performed at Wembley was
Mm.
probably my best tour. Wembley and I want to say 84 Victory, but I'm gonna have to give it to 81 Triumph when he was on Triumph tour when he
Mm.
just like get started. So I really like Triumph tour because his vocals was very there. Like
Mm.
he was singing very good. And 88, all the outfits, and this was Michael Jackson's like it was supposed to be his last tour, but it was really just he was a solo tour, but it was supposed to be his last tour. Bad was supposed to be his last tour, and he kind of really just put on a wonderful show with that, and continued on to put on more tours. So I really like Bad Live. Any Bad Live video that he performed, I like it.
Yeah. Well, you got everything, your his era, like the exact tour. I love that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That answers some of my questions actually.
Thank you.
Perfect. I want to know your era that you
Yeah.
prefer. Yeah.
Yeah. Music wise is Thriller era, but everything else looks like fashion, music. I'm gonna have to say that.
Yeah. That's a good one, honestly. So,
Yeah.
yeah. And on a personal note, I wanted to kind of bring up when Michael passed, because you've been so involved with him since you were 5, basically. Do you remember what you were doing when you found that out and how it felt for you personally?
Uh, I was I was just a normal kid. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
The crazy part was I did not know. I did not know.
Hmm.
Ever since I started, I did not know. I did not know Michael died. But one day I was in elementary school. One day I actually did find out, and I think my grandma gave me a book. She used to give me Michael Jackson books. She gave me a book. It said Michael Jackson, 1958 through 2009. I'm like, he passed. I ain't gonna lie, that whole year I was mourning, like in classrooms, in my room, like in the bathroom, anywhere I was mourning on Michael. And it just really gave me an eye to like really take this more serious because this is somebody that's gone and everybody looks up to him in some way, and we not going to get anybody like him again. So I have to like take this serious if I want to pursue it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was really sad, but I really did not know. Like I did not know till I was like in sixth grade, fifth grade. Yeah, this is when I really knew. Because
Yeah.
throughout some years, I was just watching videos. Like, I was just watching
Yeah.
Michael live videos, music videos, interviews. I was just watching those.
Hmm. And when you're a kid, you don't comprehend it that like this person's gone, even though you just saw a video.
Yeah,
You're like, "Well, I just saw them yesterday on TV." You're like,
yeah. It's
yeah.
like you don't. It's like you don't believe it for real. That's why I was crying because like what? Like this is somebody I haven't like met yet. Like I haven't even seen the news on this, so I had to look it up. So I was like, wow. Like it was sad for me.
Yeah. And I'm not sure if you're like kind of a spiritual person or anything, but do you feel like because you felt such a connection at a young age with Michael, do you think that there's like some sort of correlation between like I don't know, like possibly like some sort of deeper thing that like we can't really explain that you have like a deeper connection with him? Do you feel like you believe in that or anything?
Yeah, I feel like I feel like it don't show,
Hmm.
but my love for him has always been there. Like I really don't have to flex it, but my the things that I want to do and goals I want to do, it just drives me more, and I have to be somebody that I'm not now, and somebody I'm not the next year and the next following year. I have to elevate myself, and when I when I just found out he passed, like I already knew at that moment that I needed to take it serious. But other than that, like no, it's just that feeling that I need to drive more, really.
Yeah, well, I think it's still a beautiful feeling that you have, and it's great that you have that sort of connection and that passion, that
Yeah,
investment.
yeah. He's like, oh, cause like when I see him, like it's like I know him. Like he's family. Like the way he was treating people, like the way people treated him. People tribes knew Michael. Like native tribes knew Michael, and half the population, world population, knew this man. Like, and Africa named him the king of Africa until he passed. Like, what, what do we have to do to reach that level? Like, I don't know anybody that will do it.
Yeah.
And I don't see no type of negativity on Michael at all. Like, this man never had a childhood, so of course he's gonna have Disney stuff when he's older, like amusement parks. He's gonna have this stuff,
Yeah.
but he just somebody that I need to perfect to the fullest and show everybody that I am the king of Chicago. Because besides Rico, I feel like I'm the only one that's doing it. And Chosen as well. Chosen is really up there.
Mhm.
He's from the south suburbs, and me and him is really the one that's out here doing it.
Mhm.
And I have to say that I gotta really put my city on. But if I really want to expand myself, I have to go out more and like go to different states and stuff like that so I can really like show people, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So my because like if I'm talking it, my passion for it is there. I know it's there.
Yeah.
And to this day, I'm still, buying outfits, buying wardrobes just to perfect it. Because I know the more I buy, the more people gonna want to, get in tune, want to look. So I really want to show that I could be very replica of Michael. Like I don't do certain songs, like I don't perform Smooth Criminal unless I have the lean. Like I'm not gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like certain songs I just don't do unless I have all the things Michael did for that performance.
Wow.
So that's why it's cool with me being patient on things. If I don't have shows, if I'm waiting on shows, it's cool. That's fine with me. I'm just being prepared, really. So,
Mm-hmm.
other than that, yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of an interesting take. You don't think about that as like someone on the outside, that someone has to be so prepared to have everything down from the move to the props, like you want
Hmm.
to make sure. And that's kind of cool to see that and to hear that you really do have a perfection in your art and you want to make sure that it's as the best, you can give your all and that's all you want to give. That's amazing,
Yes,
you know?
yes, I really wanna replicate him so bad in like fashion wears, like routine wears, and all of that. Just consistency. It's all about consistency, really.
Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah. Do you have any
Mhm.
like specific states or cities that you want to kind of perform at? I know you picked Gary, but do you have any other areas that you think would be ideal or, important to hit?
I'm gonna do more shows in Indiana. Even though Indiana is a kind of a ghost town now,
Mm.
they love is still there. So I love Indiana either way. They show out too. So Indiana, I've been to Detroit. I've been to Detroit to audition at America's Got Talent, but I never got the call back. So
Mhm.
I want to say Detroit because Detroit do be having a lot of shows. Detroit, Las Vegas, and California, California, California.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's
Where Michael used to stay at, and then Las Vegas. I think Las Vegas can really bring that attraction too.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. And definitely California too. I mean, everyone
Yeah,
over there, they're always got eyes out for people to make sure, who's going to be the next thing. So,
yeah, and a lot of people move out there to become something. So that's also an idea. That's if I had the
yeah.
investment for it, but that's also like a good state where a lot of people that's known there. You know.
Mhm. Yeah, well, I'm manifesting that for you, so hopefully that works out. Yeah, I'm excited to
Mhm.
see you there because I know you will be eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I wanted to ask you, what's the most like challenging part when you're preparing for a performance or doing a performance?
When preparing for one, I would have to say knowing the songs to play because um, a lot of events is different, and I just don't want to always perform the same, same songs. Because the most I perform is like 10 to 15 minutes, and I usually put like 3 to 4 songs in there, and I always end it with Billie Jean. But but preparing, I would have to say staying calm and really knowing my set. Because once I know my set, I'm already gonna rehearse it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, it's like every time I do like finally get there, like got the outfit on and everything, the show finna start like 2 minutes, I do get nervous. To this day I get nervous. But like I still go out there and just do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what's the second one you said?
Or when you're performing, like what's
When I
the
perform
hardest
it?
part? Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm performing is kinda like my weakness because I always think a lot. I always think on what's my next move. I always think on the next transition when I'm changing my clothes, stuff like that. Especially like when my moves, like when I'm always thinking about my moves, it kind of mess up my transition to the next, hook to the next chorus or whatever. And I
Yeah.
kind of like make a little small mess up on a move and anything like that. But besides that, I still get it done. But that's the also thing I try to say like earlier because like when I perform, I think of those things and it shows. But when I go back and look at the video and ask somebody, they always say, "Oh no, it's perfect." Like, and I look at it, it's actually like perfect. Like, and I think of it, I'm like, man, I thought I messed up that move, and then somehow I didn't. It's actually looked good than what I thought it was. So
Yeah. We are our own worst critics, so it's probably
yeah,
where
for
it
real.
comes
Like
from.
in
Yeah.
my own mind, just thinking of a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like I just really, when I perform, I really want to get out of my mind. Like just be somebody else.
Yeah. Well, I hope that you're able to do that. I mean, it's a tough thing to do because we're always just thinking of like what we're doing, and especially as performers, you want to be the best you can be in the moment. So
Yes.
hopefully you can definitely get to that point where you're like confident and you're like, yeah, I know I did that.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And then I wanted to ask you, like, what has Chicago, growing up in Chicago, has that helped with your career so far? And like, how has that helped? And what has it been like with being, growing up in Chicago and kind of catapulting your way up to where you're at today?
hmm like I said earlier, when I was a kid, I always lived a regular life. I went to school, had games, had this and that, went outside. Um, Living in Chicago is, I grew up in South Austin on the
Mm-hmm.
border of Oak Park. Um, I had my dangers, I had personally got robbed twice in Chicago. That's probably the only two main things that really happened. But growing up, I always, knew my routes because of my grandma. She always told me know my streets.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew my routes to where I needed to go, school, anywhere like a corner store, anything like that. But I never wanted to leave Chicago. Like I always loved Chicago. My dad left Chicago because to live with his family in Indiana,
Mm-hmm.
and the love for Chicago just for me has just always been there. It's a lot in Chicago that you can do, to me, but my family really don't want to just stay here for so long. But my journey through Michael with it has been on and off when I was a kid. But once I got that exposure in 2018, it did took off, and I did have constant shows, and I thank Chicago for that, and I still do. That's why I don't want to leave. I do want to leave, and I do want to expand, but my love for Chicago just gonna always be here. I don't mind doing anything for Chicago at this point, and it's a lot of places I still want to go and want to perform at, like Navy Pier. I'm working on Navy Pier right now. Really want to perform there. Um, the Buckingham Fountain, that
Oh,
whole area is so nice. I just want to make my own little live show there. And I used to do street performing too. That's why I said Buckingham Fountain, because I used to do street performing. And
oh,
in some of the museums, really, the Science and Industry Museum, they be hosting some events. Well, I know a couple of the DJs though, and I do want to like perform though.
yeah, those are great goals. I mean, like the Buckingham Fountain is like, I didn't even think of that. That's a great one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like on my way to work, I used to take Lakeshore, but now
Hmm.
I take I don't take nothing. I'm 2 blocks away. I'm 2 blocks away from my job now. I stay in Lincoln Park, but I used to stay like south, and I used to always drive past Buckingham, and I always used to see like people putting tents up there. The fountain looks so nice. A lot of people standing there, and then John Walt they hosted an event there too. So I'm like, maybe if I just have my own banner, my own stage lights, floor
Yeah.
mat, it'll be nice. It'll be nice.
Yeah. And I know, like, I'm pretty sure, yeah, they do like Lala there. I mean, like, I don't
Yeah.
know how difficult it could be, but I think maybe for sure you can at least get the area kind of booked for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be amazing. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I'm,
it's all around too, but
yeah.
I will really enjoy it though.
Yeah. No, those are great. Great.
How you doing?
And then I wanted to kind of talk about more about like your performance style and how you feel like it's evolved over time. I know you can definitely like probably look back at all your performances, especially at Tip Fest, like you can see
Yeah.
every year that you've done and how you've evolved. Do you feel like, there's a big change between one year and a different year or anything like that?
Yeah, I do think it's a big change. And that's of course due to rehearsals and just looking at Michael and how he do things. The main things I look at nowadays is his hand gestures, like the way he point, the way he mainly the hand gestures with his mic. It's a lot of things he do with his microphone, and that's something that I look at now because that's kind of is very accurate to Michael. When he's live, he used the microphone. He do a lot of hand gestures, and I already got the face, not the face of the look of Michael. Well, like expressions that Michael's made. My expressions is so spot on. Like I just show I'm a very aggressive, and then that's why sometimes when I hate when they take professional pictures, I kind of look, not the right face. I look kind of
Yeah.
ugly, but I like it because it shows that I'm very passionate about it. My mom always told me like what's so different about you is like you show that you're very passionate, like your expressions, like you show character, a lot of character, and that's what I think I do now is show a lot of character.
Mm.
Like I try to work the stage as much as I can, the audience as much as I can. If I can get off the stage, I will go to the audience. And bringing props is something I plan on doing now, like especially with slow songs, like the lady of my life, rock with you. I
Mhm.
plan on like bringing like some little small dozens of roses and just give it to the ladies, whatever. Like just small little things I could just add on.
Yeah, that's nice. I was gonna ask you, like, do you ever try to kind of not break the routine of the dance, but try to do your own thing that is similar to a Michael Jackson like dance move, but doing it in a different like part that's not a part of the original dance?
Yeah, it's a move that he does. Like it's the James Brown shuffle. He just move his feet. This is like he just move his feet in one place, back and forth like this.
Hmm.
But it's the way that he do it. And when the way I do it in circles. I go in, sometimes I do it in circles. Sometimes I do it in place. The moonwalk as well. He do it straight. I do it literally in a circle sometimes in my performances. And then the side glide, he does it straight. And I try to switch it up and do it in a circle. With love songs, of course, just go in the audience, try to talk to them, bring a female up, anything like that. But other than that, that's probably it. Yeah, I'm
Hmm.
still thinking of things though, but it's very much Michael songs where he have like what things where you can like expand on, where it probably wouldn't even fit into the event. So it's very few, but I still try them though. I still try it though.
Yeah. And would you ever feel like I know we talked about impersonating versus tribute artist, but would you ever
Mhm.
try to like, or have you ever tried on your personal time, kind of mimicking his sound when he's singing or anything like that? Or have you just tried to see if you could do it at all?
Uh, yeah. The for rehearsals for the Gary show in front of Michael House, um, I was training with Chosen, and we was in our group. We rehearsing the whole show, and he felt like I should sing my part, like my whole thing. I should sing my whole set. And I ain't gonna lie, when I sung it, it made my whole performance better, especially with my airways. Like I lip sync a lot, and lip syncing can really like damage your airways. You can like run out of air a lot and stop your energy. But when you sing, it keeps that air coming in and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that's no, that's not the only show I sung. I sung at the Chicago Fashion Week.
Mm.
I sung Billie Jean, then I sung Man in the Mirror.
Wow. And you
Yeah,
can
I
sing
was
pretty
feeling
good.
Man in the Mirror, like that's why I had to
Yeah.
really sing it. Yeah, I was feeling it,
Yeah.
and that's what it brings out too. Like when you feel a song, you start to sing it. That's for us though. Yeah.
Yeah, and it does get you, I think gets you more into like the vibe of the song, like it makes your whole body move too. So,
Yes.
that can help
Yeah.
amplify the performance for sure. Yeah.
And I hope I'm sure they heard me. I know they heard me, cause look, it's an echo spot. So I
Hmm.
do sing now. So singing is
Oh,
kind of something I do want to get into fully in my performances.
yeah.
But I sing every nitpick in, notes that I can hit, notes that I can't hit. I try to fill those in.
Wow, that's fun. I hope like I hope people are like, okay, like, that's kind of cool that you get to do that. It can be rare to see someone sing and perform because it's such a tedious thing to do at the same time, especially with Michael's dance moves.
It's
So
hard.
that's really cool talent that you have. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's really hard because when I done it, I was like, yo,
Yeah.
you
That,
gotta keep up with your voice. You gotta keep dancing just like them. Like you dance like them, but you
yeah.
gotta keep that going with singing, and that's not easy. It's not.
Yeah, it's not. It's definitely not at all. It's really difficult to keep up the stamina. So
Yeah,
congrats.
and I don't even know how he did it. Like he full energy, just Michael, just full energy performing. Like I don't know how he do it. I don't.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah,
Usher too, like Usher with the
yeah,
skates, with his live performances, he used a headset. Michael used a headset in the '90s, but early on he used the microphone. So
yeah,
I feel like a headset is way more easier though. That's why,
mm,
yeah,
yeah,
because it's just on your head and the microphone
yeah.
different.
And it doesn't weigh much either. It's literally just like a little wire, and then like the
Yeah,
microphone, definitely you have to keep track of it, and
you just keep
yeah,
switching hands on it. Like it's too much. Like
yeah,
then Michael, he throw it up and catch it and spin. It's too much. But with headsets, that's why I don't perform with microphones a lot.
mm,
Cause I'm used to the headset. I used to have a headset and I lost it. But ever since then, I always perform like I have a headset on. I use sometimes I cover my mouth like this, like I'm trying to sing into the mic to the headset mic. So I try to like play that off. But I really gotta give me one so they can really know.
yeah. That's amazing. I love that. I'm
Yeah.
excited to hopefully see more of that on your Instagram and such. That'd be awesome to see more and hear your voice. That's cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Well, before we wrap up, I don't want to take away your time. It's getting late. I don't want you to
Are you
rest.
all good? It's all good. I really
Um,
appreciate this. It's good.
yeah, of course. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been amazing. It's been such a nice, mellow conversation. It's so interesting to pick your brain about
Yeah.
this. So it's been awesome. But I wanted to ask you one more signature question that we ask everyone here on Ambition Amplified. What does ambition mean to you?
A mission means um, drive. You gotta a drive, um, passion, and knowing what you want to do in life, and just having that urge and need of having it, really, and really just about also having courage on pursuing it too. So just really knowing what you want, and just having that goal set in mind, and just pushing forward towards it.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
definitely think that reflects on who you are and how you've been with your career building. So that's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a great interview, and I loved having you here and being able to talk to you. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in to Ambition Amplify today. It's been a great
Thank you
conversation.
guys so much.
Make sure to follow Walt the King here on Instagram and Ambitious Entertainment for more performances like this. And I wanted to make sure to give you some time to plug yourself, where we can find you on social media, and any projects or events you have coming up.
So for YouTube, my YouTube is Walter King MJ Tribute Artist. My Instagram is right here, Walter King. Remember it's one T, just one T. And the show that I have coming up now that I'm working on is I'm being featured in with my boy Chosen, which is also an MJ tribute artist. He got an opportunity to perform at Daytona Beach, Florida. So we're going to be out there before the Michael show, which is a blessing, and just put on the show for the people. But before that, I'm going to be posting any shows that I have coming up. But I thank you guys for hopping on here and just checking me out, just hearing me out, what's my journey, where I came from. Because a lot of people on here, they know me for just being Michael, a Michael tribute artist. They really don't know my journey. So I really thank you guys for tuning in to listen.
Yes, and thank you so much for, explaining to us everything that's been going on in your life and how you've come so far. It's been a great conversation, and I can't wait to see more from you soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. Bye, y'all.
Bye, everyone. Have a good night. Take care.